Hello, it's been a while since I've did a art tutorial. Today I'm going to show you usually the first type of modeling that a person will learn, which is called box modeling. Personally, I'm just not a fan of box modeling. It has its uses and its purposes. Mostly non-organic objects. Today I'm going to show you how to do a chair. Really quick and easy. Box modeling is probably, let's see here, probably the easiest way to do modeling. There we go. So what I did is I just uploaded a background image, and I'm going to put it so that it is in the front view. So anyways, what box modeling is it's literally you take a box and then you start modeling from it. So I guess let's just get started. Tab to enter into edit mode, or else you can go down here and go into edit mode. And then I'm just going to make sure the whole thing is selected. Hit A if you want to. Orange is selected. Oops, wrong button. Orange is selected, gray is deselected, so I want to make sure everything's selected. Then I'm going to subdivide it a couple times. Let me actually just subdivide it once. So Control Z to go back. We'll do it like this. Loop, cut, and slide. Use my mouse wheel to change the amount of loops we have. Click once. It'll make it move. If you right click, it'll go back to the middle. I'm gonna do that for, oops. Both sides, and that'll give me a nice grid pattern on the bottom. So the reason why it's called box modeling is you just start out with a box and you model from there. So like, say I want to do the legs. Holding shift and clicking lets you select multiple faces. E for extrude. I'm going to set my size scale based off of this back leg right here. So I'm gonna make sure to line everything up with there. This button right here, I don't remember if I went over that before. It makes it so that you can select either what you can see, oops, wrong button, or everything behind what you can see. To get this lasso, hold Control and drag out with the opposite button you use to select. Let's see here. We'll line that up there. We'll put this too far down. Right there. And then this can go all the way up to there. So from the side view, I just hit 3. Hold on, which way was front? Okay. So that's the back of the chair right there. We'll select everything except for the back of the chair. Delete faces. And you can start to see that we're starting to get the shape. Pretty easy so far. Loop, cut, and slide. I want 2. That's a nice level right there. B, control, oh no, B and hold shift, deselects. Nice and easily. Delete faces. Loop, cut, and slide. Let's bring that up. That'll work. Okay. One thing I'm noticing here is this chair is definitely too narrow. So I'm going to select all of it. Go to my 7, which is top view. Or hit 7 on my numpad, which is top view. And I'm going to scale it. I think that is also scaling it on the Z. Back to 1. Let's put that back at 1. Okay, 175 is too much. So let's bring it to 1.5. That looks good. I'm not going for exactly proportionate. The scene I'm going to be putting this into is going to be a fantasy-based one. Very stylized, so I don't want it to be 100% accurate. Okay, so let's get rid of these. After I cut here and here. So I want this to reach here. Enter. K to do the cut tool. I just did that wrong. Okay. Faces. Much better. Click control, hold control, click again to select a row of faces. Okay, we don't need these edges right here, so let's dissolve those. We don't need this, dissolve that. 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 We don't need this, don't think I'll need that. I'll need that. We can get rid of this. And this. And I believe we can get rid of that. And that. That leaves us with a 4-sided polygon and 2 3-sided polygons plus some more 4-sided polygons. That works for me. Let's remove these. Oops. And these two can go. What I'm doing here is just cleaning up the mesh. When you're working with a limited amount of polygons you can use, you got to think about how much detail you want in the chair. Right now I'm focusing on removing as many polygons for a lower poly count. A lot of the times, depending on what you're doing, like animation, you might want to add a few edge loops in there on the long polygons, because usually how engines render shadows is they base it off of the amount of vertices. So if they're very spread out, you'll start to notice it in how the shadows look. For me, for the game that I'm putting together, you want it to have you need to know what's a good word? How many polys you want to sacrifice for the shadows you got. I guess that would be the best way to say it. Control E, edge loops. I can always add them in later if I want them again. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make a face here. And then I'm gonna grab this. I want the x-axis. And then I'll line this up. And then here, -1. I'm gonna grab these now that I've made the amount of sides equal, and grid spacebar to pop up your little handy dandy thing and grid fill. And then for here, I'm gonna grid fill it and then delete this face. Oh, I shouldn't have collapsed those. Let's get the height of this one and put this. There we go. So let's fix that since I totally messed it up. Dissolve those. We want 2 edges. And then I want them this one. And then I want it at here. That should work. That is not the right height. There we go. How did I mess that up? That's right, they weren't at the same height when I moved them. That would be why. Okay. So let's go ahead and connect these. And then set this at the appropriate height. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and go back to edge mode. Make edge face. Delete this one. And then I got rid of all those cuts too soon. I should have left them for this part. Oh well. Just gotta go back and go through them again, I guess. Negative 0.075, or was it negative 0.7? That one. So from here I'm just going to at last. I think I will go ahead and grid fill. And let's turn that back off. Get rid of these. Turn this back on. And then you can see we've got ourselves a chair. To do that, I just selected the two edges and hit F. F is very useful key. Because you can just click here and it'll automatically go around. Oh, come on. Click the correct edge. If you just hit F a couple of times. So from here, we don't want this as thick as it is. So I'm going to make it about a third thinner. I'll go ahead and select these outer faces. Hopefully I didn't select any of the wrong ones. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill these in. Just by using the F key. Oh, come on, select the right thing. Okay. Not the best chair, but I can make more tweaks when I get... Oh, that would be why. When I get to it. And there you go. We got box modeling. Obviously this will need some more tweaks considering the back of the chair isn't bent back any at all and the legs aren't splayed out. And they're also the incorrect widths, but I mean, that's the basics of box modeling. You just kind of make everything from a box instead of extruding with the E and making the shape of it. You just pretty much just extrude and shape it from a box. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. It's pretty simple, basic technique. If you have any questions or comments about it, just let me know in the comments, and I'll probably be doing another tutorial sometime soon-ish. I'll see you some other time. Bye.